2/3 of the Haskell Free Library and Opera House sit in Canada. The rest is in the United States, including the building's main entrance. Until recently, Canadians could access the library through its main entrance in the U.S. state of Vermont without going through a formal border crossing or showing a passport. Then the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump announced Canadians would be forbidden from entering the library through the U.S. side unless they were library members. From October 1st, everyone will have to go through border control to enter. Sylvie Boudreau, president of the library's Board of Trustees, said both American and Canadian users of the library greeted the news with frustration. Americans were apologizing because they were just like, "This is not us. We don't want this," said Boudreau. People felt betrayed because the symbol of the library is really friendship, unification.
Okay, here we are in the library. So we are in Canada. All the books are in Canada, except the children's book, part in Canada, part in the United States. Here I am in United States. And the way the people are doing it, usually they are 1 foot in Canada, 1 foot in the United States. Will you be able to do it? When the people are coming here, they are putting 1 foot in Canada and 1 foot in the United States with the little flags. This is the picture, the famous picture of the Haskell Library. The patrons and all the people in the two communities were very mad. They were frustrated. Americans were apologizing because they were just like, "This is not us. We don't want this." People felt betrayed because the symbol of the library is really friendship, unification.
The library and adjacent opera house opened in 1904 when cross-border structures were permitted, financed by a Canadian philanthropist, Martha Stewart Haskell, to foster cross-border friendship and cooperation between the U.S. and Canada. The library is public, but is privately owned, run by a private international board of 4 American and 3 Canadian directors. The building is recognized as a historic site in both countries. The Trump administration said it was used by drug traffickers and smugglers, and it was closing access for Canadians to protect Americans. In recent years, the library has attracted families separated by visa issues who used it to meet their relatives stuck on the other side of the border. It was also illegally used to smuggle 104 handguns into Canada. The weapons were purchased in Florida and left in the library bathroom's trash can to be picked up by a Canadian, Alexis Vlachos, who later sold them in Quebec, which has strict gun laws. In 2018, Vlachos was sentenced to 51 months in prison by a federal court in Burlington, Vermont. Boudreau said incidents like that were rare, and her staff has been trained since then on how to recognize any illegal activity and stop it.
Our access to the United States, to enter through the United States, has been closed. It's not closed definitely until the 1st of October, but only members can go through that access. And starting October 1st, it's going to be completely closed for everyone. So the access is really the sidewalk. So it's been there for 120 years. So people from the Canadian side were able to go across in the United States, entering the huge big entrance in the United States without being controlled or checked by the authorities. And now it's been, with the new administration, now it's been closed.
When U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem unexpectedly visited the library last March, she said, "USA #1," and used the term 51st state, referring to Canada. Boudreau said she knew then it was a matter of time before the U.S. closed the main entrance for Canadians. To accommodate the Trump administration's demands, the library started converting its emergency exit, which is located in Stansted, Quebec, into a new entrance for Canadians.
This is United States. The parking lot is in United States, and this part here is in Canada. And so this is going to be our Canadian entrance. We will redo all the outside, all the wood outside, we will redo it. Now everything changed. So we needed to have an entrance in Canada, because if we don't have that entrance in Canada, it means that everyone that are in Canada would have to go through the port of entry, official port of entry. And for some people, they don't have passport. When we have schools coming with buses, kids don't have their passport. So this is why we used our, just right here, the emergency exit to make it as a Canadian entrance.
So I've heard a lot about the library from years ago. My parents used to come here a lot on their trips from Canada to the States. And it was just kind of a neat thing that you could be in both countries in one building without having to show your ID. And now, yeah, it'll be different. I think it'll change the vibe, even though I've never been here otherwise. But it seems kind of a little sad in a way.
I have a lot of feelings about what's going on right now, apparently. I was so excited when I found out about this library straddling the border, and it seemed really fun. You know, like even like the little line on the floor, like there's an old episode of the sitcom I Love Lucy where they're having a fight, I think, and they put tape down the middle of the apartment, you know, this is your half and this is my half, and it's all a big joke and it's really fun. And I think that with what's going on right now, you know, and Canada having been one of our closest allies and trade partners and friends for so long, and that the feeling is, it's a little different, but you know, I'm glad that we're still, you know, here on the, you know, kind of state and province level and the people level to be able to interact with each other, whatever's going on, you know, with our government and yours right now.
Everyone is trying to divide us. This is what's happening right now. They want to create a division, because when you are divided, you can control more people. So this is what they are trying to do, and it's not, I mean, it's working in a way, because there are some people that get into that movement. A lot, you know, some Canadian as much as American. But people that can see through this, they don't want that. So this is a great place to show that we are not divided here. We are not. There's a line on the floor, yes, that says Canada and United States, but in our heart, we are not.